look like Christmas.
We do. We got the wrong holiday, but that's okay.
Yeah, I memoed you. I was like, where are your Christmas attire?
And you wear yours, yeah.
We also look very Valentine's Day. So are you big on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, you know, why wouldn't you be? You know, I mean, I think it's nice.
It's a lot of pressure, especially when you're in a relationship.
It's a lot of pressure when you're in a relationship. It is, especially when your friends, like one of your friends will get his girlfriend a car or something, and you're just like, come on, man. Like, really, a car?
Here are these flowers.
Yeah, exactly. These are, but I don't know. I mean, like, so for me, I'm married, and my wife and I kind of we're romantic all the time, and we treat every day like it's Valentine's Day.
I think that's smarter, because there's so much pressure on those holidays.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing I love about being single. I don't have to worry about it. I'm like, it's always because you try and then you have to one-up what you did the year before.
Yeah, which is never fun.
No.
You're like, I got a great idea. I'm going to, like, fill in the blank, whatever, plan a trip.
And you do it like year 2 of your relationship, and you're like, what am I to do now?
Yeah, and then year 3 comes along, and you're like, wow, that year flew by, and now we got to go on another trip. Really? I mean, I don't have time for this.
I think it's smart. I know, and it's exhausting the older we get. I think it's smart to do what you do, just every day, kind of make it special.
Yeah.
And random gifts are nice.
Right.
I will tell you though, cards are nice, but meaningful, thoughtful gifts are better.
They're better, like a card, a handwritten note. A card,
that's really sweet.
Or I heard you say this. I remembered that you needed this. Maybe, you know. Oh, here's that book you were talking about.
That means you were listening.
That means you were listening.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're doing well. So you're a good matchmaker, I hear as well. You set like one of your friends or a couple of your friends up together.
Yeah, I've been okay at it.
That's pressure too. I don't
think
I'd want to do that
so
either.
what actually happened was I have a friend of mine who is a really brilliant. He's a writer, really brilliant guy, really nice guy, smart, successful.
Yeah.
And I have this other friend, actress, successful, smart, pretty, wonderful, intelligent. And I thought, well, that'd be great to set them up. And I kind of just mentioned it. And then the pressure set in. I was like, well, what if they hate each other, you know? So I'm out on this like kind of date with them, and I'm sitting there.
That's awkward.
It wasn't like it wasn't awkward
sweating.
until I was like, oh, it's not going well. They were both kind of quiet. And it didn't seem like it was, to be quite honest with you, and I never told them this, but it didn't seem like it was going well at all.
They're hearing it now.
They're hearing it now. Yep. So anyway, I did not think it was going well. But they got up and left, and I'm sitting here going, ooh, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that's...
Yeah.
I misread the whole thing. They were just kind of staring at each other. They were like immediately connected, and I was, you know, on the outside looking in. I was the third wheel.
Yeah.
So I was the one that was left out, not them. And they're still together. They have a kid now and everything. So
oh my gosh.
I know. It really worked out for the best.
Okay, you should keep doing it. You're very good at it.
You know what? I'm 100% now. I'm done. I can go one and done.
There we go.
No.
I like it. Your wife speaks 5 different languages, so I have to ask, when she gets angry with you, which one does she use? Because that's what I would do.
She uses English. So
she wants you to hear clearly.
She wants me to hear exactly what she's saying. Yeah.
It would just be so exciting to say whatever you want.
Well, you know what happens if she gets frustrated with me and if she would start speaking like Arabic or French or something, I think I would probably just like sit down and just be like, you know, I mean, I think it would turn me on. Right?
Yeah.
So
but you have no idea what she's saying.
No clue what she's saying, you know. So, but it's English, yeah.
Yeah. But your wife says that you never go barefoot, which I find interesting because I am a wild child and never have shoes on.
Yeah, you sing barefoot, and you like barefoot.
I love being barefoot.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. Yeah. I just don't
like feeling the ground.
I don't mind feeling the ground with my shoes on. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't sleep in my. I don't take a shower in socks. I'm not like I'm not a masochist.
That would be odd. Yeah,
that would be terrible.
Yeah.
But so I do have my shoes off and my socks off at appropriate times.
Okay.
Like, you know, when I'm swimming or something. But
no, this is a thing. I have friends that they just don't like showing their feet for some reason either.
Well, I have no toes, so
you have no toes.
No,
the shawl webbed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a problem with my feet. It's just like I've seen. You know how like you're on these planes and you see people take off their shoes, and I'm like, okay, that should be the limit though. Like shoes come off, I get it. You want to be comfortable. It's a long flight. But then they start peeling off the socks, and you're like, you've seen this, right?
Well, then you're not sure, like, do you smell?
A couple of you have done this. Come on.
I don't do that.
Well, I've seen people peel their socks off on a plane, and then they got to get up and go to the bathroom, and they will just go.
No.
I've seen it. I'm not making it up. I've seen it, and there's at least one person in here who's done it.
Gas station feet. There's at least one person in here. Shame.
You know who you are.
Shame. That's gross. Yeah, it's like the person at the gas station that jumps out of the road trip, like the car, and it's like, Take the time.
Exactly.
There is pee all over that floor.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
Especially in a bathroom.
Yeah.
That's
where,
nasty. I
that's where
think
the
I
pee
might
would
even
be.
point it out. I would shame an individual. For
Would you
that.
really?
Yeah, I'd be like, so
I
that
have
was a
questions.
choice.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was a solid choice for you today. But speaking of road trips, so you actually took one to Savannah, all the way to Savannah, right, from LA?
Yeah. So my wife and I got a job shooting a movie in Savannah, and we have this
Beautiful.
dog. Savannah's beautiful. In August, hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The South in general. Yeah.
And they have me wearing like a suit for my character, so I'm outside in a suit, trying not to
real
sweat.
ripe. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, don't sweat in this one. I'm like, well, I would, I can try, but I would
Yeah.
explode, and
Yeah.
So we drove all the way to Savannah. It's like 35 hours from LA. And we drove because we have this dog that we don't want to put on a plane because she's a doodle, and they're neurotic and they're weird, and
No, one of mine. I have a Woodle, and
Yeah, there she
she
is.
freaks out. Her heart almost has like palpitations.
yeah,
We go-
they're interesting animals.
I have to
They're
give her like calming bites to.
Do you? Yeah. I give mine looks. I'm like, is everything okay? And,
Yeah.
But so we drove all the way there, 35 hours. Great company, some podcasts, talking to my wife.
Are you into podcasts? Are you?
I am now, like
Oh, okay.
true crime podcasts.
Oh,
she got me hooked on that
my friends
stuff.
are into that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how you sleep after listening
That's
to that.
I don't like.
You're just like, there's some weird people out there.
Yeah.
What are these people
I
thinking?
watched Dateline for a bit, and then I was like, this is not good for my psyche.
Oh, it's bad. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, so I get you're a murderer, you're a sick son of whatever.
Yeah.
But now you like have to put style into it.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. How can I be grosser than the last? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
These people.
And
There
then they're just walking
a couple
around.
of you are probably some of them.
Yeah.
I just blame.
We've got
I'm
gas
blaming your
station
audience.
feet and murderers.
Yeah, raise your hand.
They're in here somewhere. That was a look at his new show, Tracker. You can see it on CBS. We're going to talk about this show in a second, but first, birthday's coming up. So I hear that you try new things on your birthday. What are you going to try?
You know what? I've been trying to try the same thing for the past 3 years, curling. I said I was going to do curling, and then I didn't try it. And
do it.
I know, I should just do it. It's
Okay.
hard to find a rink to do it in. So now
I imagine there's not a lot of opportunity out there to just be like,
no, there's
let's
not.
go
Like,
curling.
yeah, you gotta. I don't even know how to do it. Like, you need
Yeah.
ice, you need special shoes,
Yeah.
and you need like those hammers or whatever. they
Maybe
call them.
someone to teach you.
Someone to teach me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, my past birthday, I'm at work, and I'm working in Vancouver, and my mom and my stepdad and my daughter was there. They all flew in. My wife was there. My dog.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. We all spent
Vancouver's
spent time
beautiful,
together.
too.
It's beautiful, yeah, it's nice.
Great way to spend your birthday. I
think
love
so, yeah.
So beautiful there. Your daughter, speaking of her, we were talking about, she's in college. She's sophomore now?
Sophomore now, yeah, straight A's.
Just doing so well.
And I told her I used to be able to get away with, yeah, there she is.
You used to be able to get away with what?
Well, I used to be able to get away with telling her, like, I got straight A's, so continue the family tradition. It's not that difficult, just get straight A's. It's what we do.
It's what
But then what
we
happens
do.
is they're smart, these kids, and they're resourceful, and they find out very quickly that you're just a liar. and I did not.
Average
I never
student.
once got straight A's, never once.
Oh
So,
my God, I don't think I did either.
No, it's hard. It's hard.
I was definitely just average student.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I need to get by?
Get to the next
what
level.
passes?
I
What is
know.
the grade?
I was
My
too.
mom was not, she was a teacher, so it was frowned
Mine
upon in
too.
my household.
Mine too. Yeah.
Our parents were so
My
disappointed.
mom's like, what is this? I'm like, it's me. It's your son.
Yeah, you know
Right.
what? But I'm going to excel at something else.
Yeah, it's not the best I can do, but it's what I did. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh, that's so sad. They're both teachers as well. Well, I love Tracker. We were talking about it while the clip was playing. This is like my vibe. I love action.
Great.
I love survival stuff. I love any of that. So it's based on a book, right?
Right.
So what made you want to do this? Like,
So I was, I was finishing up the last season of This Is Us. We knew it was coming to an end. And Ken Olin, who directed producing director over at This Is Us, directed a ton of the episodes. He and I were kind of talking about doing something together after This Is Us. We love working together. And we developed this really, we're family, really.
yeah, where you're
And-
with each other sometimes more than your family.
All the time, right? And so he found this book that he loved. He said, you got to read this book. I read the book. It's called The Never Game. Jeffrey Deaver wrote it. The character's incredible. It's so unique.
Yeah.
And completely different than Kevin Pearson, who I loved playing, but for 6 years, you want to do something different.
Yeah.
And we talked to the studio about it, and were able to sell it to CBS and get them behind it. And the idea of me playing Colter Shaw, this really great character who, his parents were professors at Berkeley. His dad became increasingly more and more paranoid, to the point where he grabbed the family and moved them off the grid to
Yeah.
the Sierra National Forest. They became survivalists. And now Colter, my character, is now older, now is an adult, and he uses all of those skills that his dad taught him. Really rough childhood, but he did learn some interesting things.
Yeah.
He uses all those skills to go around the country and help people in need and collect these rewards. So I get to go.
Love this.
Oh, it's wonderful.
This is right up me and my sister's
It's a
alley.
travel show. It's
Yeah.
action. It's a thriller. There's some romance in there. There's backstory. There's family drama. It's got
And the
everything.
independence of like, I mean, I think we all were kind of taught during COVID. We're so dependent upon the government, society, other people
Yeah, and this
supplying
guy,
things. And
yeah,
to
this
be able
guy
to
lives
do
in an
your own.
Airstream. Yeah, he
Yeah.
tows an Airstream behind him. That's his home. That's where he lives. That's his apartment. And he goes from town to town, and that's what he
it.
does. It's awesome.
Are you good at like survivalist stuff? Like, can you make a fire? Can you
Yeah,
do all
yeah.
that
I mean,
stuff?
I can do all the basic stuff. I could survive for a certain amount of time. I'm not Bear Grylls. Like, I can't. You're not gonna drop me in. You're not gonna drop me in the middle of a forest and like,
Yeah.
In a month I would be dead.
I would be dead.
But I could hang out there for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'd hang for. I think I'd
hang
make
for
it
a
for like a
weekend.
week.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
that'd
I
be
would
good.
make a week.
yeah, and then I'd be like, somebody come get me.
I'm a little bit of a prepper. I don't like to feel like I'm not, and maybe it's a single mom. Shut up. He's known me for years.
Oh, really?
I'm like a lot of a prepper. But I don't like, and maybe it's because a single parent thing too. I feel like I need to be able to do things like to help, and then I've read books that completely freaked me out.
Yeah.
So I'm overly prepared.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think so too. And that's one of the things is you learn in doing this series. One of the things that I've learned is you do have to be prepared.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this guy is. He's constantly finding himself in these situations. So, but he is prepared and he's skilled and he's.
And there's something empowering about that.
Right.
Being able to know.
Being
Is
able
that
to-
kind of cool? Being that character, you learn things.
You do learn things. You learn
That's
certain
awesome.
things. Like I knew how to build a fire, but how to build a better fire.
Yeah.
More sustainable fire. Something that like creates more heat.
Exactly.
I didn't know that was
I knew
the
how to
thing.
build a fire before I moved to Montana. Man, these women that live there are so incredible. So all of a sudden I walked in my house, I was like, and one of them built a fire, and I was like,
Oh.
I've been doing it wrong.
That's a
I was
fire,
like,
yeah.
I could make a fire, but not a great one.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
But now I can.
Right.
I like learning skills. That's the coolest thing about being an actor. You get to do all these different roles.
It's
and learn
unbelievable. It's great. You learn so much. Every role you take on, you're learning something different. Like this guy has sword play, and you're like, great. Now I know how to use a sword.
Oh my God.
Guns, things like.
It's be a ninja.
You can be a
That's
ninja,
so
yeah.
cool.
It's great.
This is my dream.
Yeah.
Except
Mine
I don't want
too.
to act, but
Mine
I'd like in real life, I want to be a ninja.
You want to be a real life ninja?
Yes,
Yeah,
I want to be
we
a
all
real
do.
life ninja.
We all do.
Let's do another short commercial break, everybody. Justin's new show, Tracker, is on CBS. Be sure to check it out.